This reflection is based on a cross-analysis of an interview conducted by one of the fellow researchers on the Future of the American Dream project. After analyzing and watching the interview, which I must state was conducted very well, it became abundantly clear in my mind that to understand the American dream and in its individual constructs, one of the things that might be appropriate to analyze further would be the political allegiances and political philosophies that individuals ascribe to. The reason I suggest this is that in this particular interview, the respondent obviously is influenced heavily by libertarian ideology. Again, not suggesting that there's a negative or a positive to the political philosophy of libertarianism itself, but it really permeated in the entire interview. So much so that this person basically at the end of the interview said that the American dream equates to freedom, and repeatedly their anecdotes of what freedom means is an idea of not being encumbered by government, specifically if one wants to start their own small business. And so when this person considered the possible futures, it was that potentially it's going to get more difficult because, quote, a regulatory state, end quote, would impede on the American dream. As such, this person truly understands that the history of the American dream as constituted by the pursuits of freedom, and that religious freedom, economic freedom, or even just freedom to live, escaping something like a famine historically. And so it is interesting to think about the ties of political philosophies and political allegiances. And I say this more broadly to think about the ways and the impacts of politics and political understandings that have instantiated the individual's life in the United States. Quite possibly, this could be due to higher levels of education across the United States. This could be attributed and credited to the ways that political parties and political speakers encourage and motivate understandings of not only local policies but federal policies. So I think this is an important point when we think about the American dream, that for many people it's coupled alongside of politics and how one would vote, how one would see particular policies, either good or positive or negatively, in federal, local, and state legislations. This makes me want to go back and review some of my previous interviews and look for maybe the hints, if it's not overt, the hints of the ways that people are potentially influenced and informed by their political allegiances. This concludes the cross-analysis reflection for the project, The Future of the American Dream.